Hi guys, Totallydubbed here, and today I'm very excited to be doing a review of the HiFiMan HE400i 2020 model. Now these headphones can be found for around $170 in the US and around £170 in the UK. Links in the description below will take you to your localized Amazon store and indeed also to HiFiMan's store directly. Now if you do use Instagram, I'd very much appreciate a follow. It's at TotallyDubbed, and if you're interested in all electric or hybrid vehicles or wondering about the news or reviews about them, do check out Totally EV. Your support would be greatly appreciated. So without further ado, let's see how the HiFiMan compare to some of the alternative brands out there, such as from Sennheiser. So first off, in the box, what you'll find is the headphones themselves, the cable, and a 3.5 to 6.3mm jack. Now that's because these headphones are terminated by a right angle 3.5mm jack, and yes, the cable is also removable, which is nice to see. Now the cable itself is nice, it's well made. I had no issues whatsoever with its kind of braided / fabric material. It didn't fray either after wrapping it up for a while, so no problems here, and also no microphonics to report on either. Cable aside, the headphones themselves look really nice. They've got an all black design and they've got a metal headband design over here. The headband can be adjusted, it's also clicky, so worth bearing that in mind, and the headband itself hasn't got too much of a strong clamp, so therefore if you're someone like myself who sits for prolonged amount of usage in front of the PC or let's say at your home, then you're not going to feel uncomfortable with these. And yes, that also includes wearing glasses. Now the headband itself is pretty adjustable, and the cups themselves also do pivot in, and they do have a slight wiggle room as well. So I think no matter the size of your head, I think you'll be comfortable with these headphones. Speaking about comfort, the ear pads over here are extremely soft, and if you wear glasses, then you're not going to have an issue. They are circular shaped rather than oval shaped, so it's just another thing you should just bear in mind. But even with my big ears, I had no issues fitting comfortably within the inner part of the ear pad. The top of the headband over here is slightly stiff, so it might feel that initially that it'll take, I don't know, like it'll dig in a little bit, but in my case I didn't find it to be a cause of concern. Maybe it would have been worth having that suspended design that you see, for example, in the HiFiMan Sandara, but no issues to report here. The design at the top is made out of fabric, and there's a left and right indicator found within the inner part of the headband design, so you've got right and left over here, and when you have the cables in, they've got their L and R jack, so if you don't take the cables out, then you'll always know which side is right and which side is left. And now we get onto the sound quality. Now here is where these headphones really were delightful. Now to my ears, what I found is that the sub-bass tones really do extend low. They provide that nice sort of rumble and extension that you might be craving, specifically at this price category and this range. You'll find other headphones, namely from Sennheiser for example, that sound a little bit cut off in these domains. So the sub-bass tones that you get with these headphones is truly exceptional. As for the mid-bass, yet again, it is also very much like its sub-bass sibling. It's precise, it's punchy, and it's not gonna overshadow the rest of the frequencies. It just comes across extremely well, and when it comes to watching movies for example, or let's say when you're gaming, here you'll find that these headphones are just a lot more engaging in comparison to other headphones out there. Now the more of a downside, should I say, is a mid-range frequency. They're a little bit recessed, a little bit pushed back, and a little bit more warm sounding. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing, because for people who are like myself and like a more of a warmer sound signature, you'll find these headphones are perfectly pleasing to your ears. And honestly, for most consumers, I think they'll prefer these headphones over some of the alternatives that don't quite hit, let's say, the lower end frequencies. In this respect, the HiFiMan HE400i 2020 is a little bit pushed back, and if you are a music producer, or let's say you're a film editor or something like that, then you'll find that these headphones don't do as well as, let's say, the Sennheiser HD560S, which are far superior in this domain. The same could go for the highs, which they sound a little bit rolled off at the top end, sound a little bit smoother to the ears, and therefore won't extend as much, but at the same time give you that excitement that you might want from the top end from these headphones. So they're not boring sounding and, you know, maybe potentially flat sounding, but they do give you less of an extension in comparison to some of its competitors. Now, where these headphones really excel and set themselves aside from any of the other headphones that I've listened to in the sub £200 or $200 category is their Soundstage. It's not only wide and it's not only got a good sort of depth to it and airiness, but it's also extremely capable at producing fantastic instrument separation, giving you great imaging and fantastic tonality. Just the overall sound presentation here that HiFiMan has been able to execute with these headphones at this price tag is truly remarkable. In comparison to other headphones out there on the market, again, like the Sennheiser HD560S, which I recently reviewed, and even going past that and going to the Sennheiser HD660S, and even the HiFiMan Sandara headphones, which, you know, are a class above when it comes to different sort of sound frequencies, but when it comes to Soundstage, these ones are very much on par, and it's just great and refreshing to see such, you know, fantastic sounding headphones in the Soundstage department. Now, what I'm trying to say on the whole here is that their sound quality traits are fantastic. Now, while they might not appeal to people who are looking for the utmost precision in their sound, but want a fun sounding headphone, then these headphones will definitely tick that box. Now, the only thing I should really mention other than the overall sound frequencies is the fact that these headphones do require a little bit of power, a little bit more of oomph. Now, if you have an amp or a DAC or even a decent sound card, you'll be perfectly fine. If, however, you don't and you're running them, let's say, directly from your laptop or directly from your phone, you might feel that these headphones are a little bit, well, less loud than some of its competitors, and that's just because they just need to be driven a bit. And if you have an amp or DAC or something like that, then you'll find yourself very pleasantly surprised as to how these headphones kind of scale really well and pair with a lot of amp and DACs out there. So for example, the iFi Zen would be a fantastic pairing at this price range, and, you know, while I used a Chord Yugo 2 DAC, which is far superior in terms of price and category in comparison to, you know, if you're buying these headphones, you wouldn't have a DAC or amp that of that class. But still, in that respect, these headphones just scale really well with that DAC as well. So just worth bearing that in mind. And this all leads me on to my verdict. What do I make about these headphones? Well, truthfully, if you're not in the professional world whereby you don't need headphones which are more mid-centric or extend more into highs, then these headphones are literally the perfect consumer headphones in the sub £200, $200 category. Now, while more expensive alternatives will outperform these headphones in various domains, on the whole, I was just absolutely blown away by the amount of quality in terms of sound quality that you get and the overall package that you're receiving from HiFiMan for these headphones. They're comfortable, they're practical with their removable cable. The cable isn't ridiculously long and it's terminated by a 3.5mm jack. The design is lightweight and you can wear them for hours on end without having to worry about them, and they've got a breathable design. And their sound quality, specifically when it comes to their lower end tones and their soundstage department, it's just truly exceptional. And as a result, these headphones deserve my Best Buy award. I just can't think of a better consumer grade headphone than these headphones that I've got here around my neck. Now, of course, you might disagree or agree with me. I'd be very much intrigued to hear your thoughts. If you heard these or were thinking of getting them or thinking of getting an alternative but now being swayed, I'll be very much intrigued to hear your thoughts. I haven't been paid or endorsed, as always, with all my reviews. If you do like this type of content, make sure you give it a like, subscribe to see more, and of course, favourite and share for more unbiased, unpaid content. I can't even speak. Alright guys, I've been Tony Dubb. Take care, and bye-bye.